Hello guys, it's Grumpy. Welcome back to another Feed the Beast tutorial. Today I'm going to be covering the auto crafting table. It's it right here. Very simple recipe, crafting table with 4 wood gears around it. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to make a simple machine out of it and how it works and stuff. Basically, it's used to automate the manufacture of items, use it in factories. So let's go ahead and get started. Now what you want to do is you want to put your blank recipe in here. Let me actually clear all this out. So what you want to do when you first set this up, your table is going to be blank. You want to come in here and do this number right here. Put your recipe in here. Now this kind of works like a regular crafting table. So if I wanted to, I could manually grab this, but a machine won't, the pumps won't. So here we have a wooden pipe with a redstone engine. This will not pump out the last one. This is called the blueprint. But what happens is that if I turn this machine on, it's going to start sending the raw materials into it. And the instant it gets enough to craft the second one, this engine will be able to pull that out. So basically you can use any side as an input or an output. So there you can sit right there. I'm using one side as an input right here and one side as an output. But this is your basic factory. Now this isn't the best way to do it. There's more advanced things you can use, but this is to get your feet wet. This is for beginners, so I'm not going to show you like gates or anything like that. So this factory does work. Now you can see it's pretty big. It could be a little smaller, but for the purpose of the tutorial, I'll make stuff kind of big because it's easier to see what's going on. So anyway, let's go ahead and show you what all this thing does. We got 4 chests here. One chest right here, this first one, is for refined iron. Now you see the number 1. That doesn't mean put 1 refined iron there. That's telling you how many parts. So we want 1 part refined iron, 2 parts redstone, 3 parts copper cable, and then 3 parts copper cable. Now if you add those numbers up, 3, 3, 2, and 1, that equals 9. That's how many items are going to go into the crafting table. So the way I'm going to get them out, and I want them to come out in an equal ratio, because what happens is one of them fills up before the others, then it'll start overflowing, and we don't want that to happen. It can overflow. It won't hurt anything other than causing a little server lag. So just to avoid server lag, we distribute everything evenly. So what we do here is we could put, this is the ratio, so we could put 1 refined iron in here, or we could put a whole stack of refined iron here, whatever. But this is just showing you the ratios that stuff are going to be pulled out of the chest. So if I want to pull out 1 refined iron, I put 1 engine there. Here I want to pull out 2 redstone at a time, so I have 2 engines. Here I want to pull out 3 copper cables, so I have 3 engines. Same thing over here. So there's 4 chests and a total of 9 engines. Now it's going to come out right here and it's going to go down this pipe. And so let me show you a couple of concepts here. I'm assuming that you either know about BuildCraft transport pipes, or B, you watched my tutorial about it. It's the video before this one. I'll put an annotation to it if I can remember, but basically this isn't going to show you all the ins and outs of every single pipe. It's just, I'm going to assume that you watched that video or that you already knew. So I'm just going to show you how these things are being used in this particular machine. But anyway, the engines pull stuff out. The instant they hit this gold pipe, they get accelerated. Now right here you can see an iron pipe. Now what this iron pipe does, it makes sure that everything goes the proper direction. So let's say I did not have this iron pipe. If I just put a regular pipe there, as soon as stuff comes out of this gold pipe and comes to here, it's got a 50-50 chance of going either direction. So if stuff will start going in the wrong direction, stuff will start bouncing around. You don't want that to happen. So what the iron pipe does, it makes sure everything goes the right way. So when this stuff enters this pipe, it only has one way to go. It can only come out an open end. It can't come out the opaque openings, just the transparent opening. So when something comes out here, it goes this way. Same thing here. So I mentioned in the tutorial on the BuildCraft pipes that iron pipes can be used to merge pipes together. So that's what we're doing. We're merging these 2 pipes into one, and then we're merging this pipe and this pipe into one. So all 3 of these pipes are going to merge and come out right here, and they go into this diamond pipe. Let me show you how this diamond pipe is programmed. First of all we want to go in this machine right here, the auto crafting table, is iron, redstone, and copper cable. So that's yellow. So that's what we have in the yellow slot. We have iron, redstone, and copper cable. Now what happens if something comes down this pipe that's not supposed to be in the chest? Like what if some troll comes by and just puts a bunch of random crap in that chest, like whatever, like levers? So what's going to happen then? Well, it's not iron or redstone or copper cable, so it's got to look for another path. So what's it going to look for? Is it going to go down red or green? No, it cannot go down red or green because we have a BuildCraft wrench there. Now, I mentioned in the previous video, if you leave a pipe blank, if you don't put anything in the slot, it's like a universal slot. Anything can go down it. So that's why I put these redstone pipes here, or I'm sorry, BuildCraft wrenches here. So if any random item comes in here, it can't go down red or green. So if I was to put a lever in there and it comes down, it only has one way out. It has to go down the white path. So it's a way to keep crap from going down the system. And somebody accidentally put something there. It doesn't necessarily be a troll. Somebody accidentally put something in the chest. It won't screw up your machine. So we have a way to handle contingency plans like that. But it's also used for handling overflow. So let's say, for example, for some reason I ran out of some goods somewhere and iron's still coming down but copper's not. It's not going to keep crafting because it's out of copper. But the refined iron, this will fill up and have 64 in it. And so when another one tries to come down, it can't go in here because it's full. At that point, it'll also go up the top because if iron comes down here and this slot's full, it won't go down green and red because BuildCraft wrench is there. So it has to go out white also. So if we come up here and go back this way, you can see we feed it back into the chest. Let me explain this a little bit better. First off, you notice the bottom of the diamond pipes, they're all black. All the colors always come out in the same direction. So like for example, we're facing north. The red pipe always faces north. The blue pipe always faces south. So it makes it a lot easier to use these. But anyway, this is the iron chest. We want it to go back down the black pipe. So there we go. It'll come down this way. We want redstone to go in this chest. So if we look at the black slot, we got redstone. And here we want our copper to come back down. So we have copper here. Now I didn't do this, but what we need to do is we need to actually do this number and have this come down back down like this. But I mentioned that we need somewhere for junk to go. So there we go. This is a junk chest. So if anybody throws something in there that's not supposed to be in there, it'll go back down the green pipe because the green pipe is empty. So if I was to turn this machine on and throw, we will verify this actually. Let me throw a few redstone engines in there and we'll see what happens. I'll just put 2 in there. That's good enough to demonstrate it. But any crap will end up in this chest. So let's go ahead and turn this on. And by the way, let me show you the way I'm powering this. I have a switch right here and I have a redstone wire going over all the top of these stone blocks. Now the redstone will power up all the stone blocks, and since the stone blocks are touching the engines, it's going to power up all the engines. So let's go ahead and come down here and turn it on. Now let's watch these engines come out first. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this, but stuff gets pumped out of chests left to right, top to bottom. So the engines came out first. They must have already went down. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So if we throw random crap in there, it'll end up in that chest. But now this thing's crafting already. You can see the electronic circuits coming out. And so it's working properly. All the goods come out here. They go in this diamond pipe. And then they go inside here. Now the instant there's enough of that item in there to craft it, it'll craft it. So as you can see, refined iron is a little bit behind because I put the 2 engines in there and it threw it off a little bit. That's fine. No, you actually see something like that, you can manually come in here and put a couple more pieces in there and that'll fix it. There you go. But yeah, you can see right there it's working. So we're crafting electronic circuits. Now you can craft whatever you want with this. You can make this design your own. Learn to use gates, whatever. Just make it your own. This is just to teach you the basic concept of how to use an auto crafting table and how to use practical applications for a few of the pipes. But anyways, Grumpy, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you give it a like. It helps my channel. But also, too, when a video gets a lot of likes, once again, it lets me know to make more videos of that type. So I'll try to get back into more of the advanced tutorials. But anyways, Grumpy, we'll see you next time.